Okay, so welcome back everybody. Here we are now. It's Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, and we are on the lovely Serenade of the Seas on our 16-night cruise from Fort Lauderdale to Los Angeles, California. And today, for your enjoyment, we're going to be doing a first part of a multi-part tour of the ship. And now Serenade of the Seas has just come out of dry dock for some extensive maintenance and a variety of internal decorative adjustments. So it's our pleasure to be able to share with you this part one of our ship tour. So here we are now on deck 4, and we are in the centrum. The centrum typically is the center of the ship in terms of variety of different public areas. And let's start off now by just giving you a quick shot of the centrum and what that looks like all the way up to deck 11 at the top of the shot. So a absolutely stunning centerpiece in this ship. The centrums on these class of ships have always been very, very lovely. We really like them. Lovely decor, fantastic open public space for a variety of different activities, and again with lovely lit balconies across the right and the left hand side. And then of course it is deck 4. So let's have a look now at what's available here in the centrum on deck 4. So the lift area is on the right hand side, and here we are at the centrum bar on deck 4, and it's right opposite the entertainment area, the stage and the dance floor. Now Serenade has had a number of refurbishments, one of which are all of the carpets in the public areas have been changed. So there's brand new carpet everywhere, most of the public areas, and you can see that reflected in the decor and the general look of the ship now that she's had her extended maintenance and a bit of a refurb. So nice comfortable seating, a nice open colourful airy entertainment space with seats all around, and then of course a lovely bar with a fantastic visual design at the back where you can come down and you can get yourself a nice drink. It's the R bar, and you can come down and you can relax and get some entertainment either pre or post dinner, lunch or breakfast. So that's the centrum on deck 4, and let's go now and explore what else is available here on deck 4. Okay, so if we come away from the R bar now on deck 4, of course there are staterooms down on this level as well, and of course we have all of the lift systems which are on the side of the ship itself, and you'll see on each floor a schematic, a list of all of the particular points of interest on the ship floor by floor. And of course there's also another little schematic that's made available for you on every floor, really saying, well, this is where you are, as pointed out by the red dot on this schematic, and it will tell you which is forward and which is aft and what things are available for you on this floor. So that's really, really helpful in helping you navigate where you are and getting around the ship if you're not familiar with it. Also on board, and a very, very useful addition to the ship a couple of years ago, is these electronic boards, information boards, where you can find out what to do right now, what's going on right now. There's a stateroom finder in there, so you can put your stateroom number in there if you're a little bit lost and unsure where your stateroom is. There's a restroom finder. There's the cruise compass, the electronic version of the paper cruise compass that's issued to you every morning, and venues around the ship and what's available from a dining standpoint. So that's really good in terms of providing good information for you on each floor. And of course there are telephones and various other things that are available to help you communicate with others whilst on board. Also on deck 4 by the Centrum is this little photographic area, a little private area where you can arrange for a private photographic shoot. And I'll give you a quick look in there in terms of how that's set up. A variety of backdrops and lights, etc., and an opportunity to get some personalised photographs taken of you or your family whilst you're here on board. Let's continue our ship tour on deck 5 now. Here we are now on deck 5, and immediately to our right from the lifts is the port shopping guide area, where you can get information relative to the ports that we're going to be getting into on our itinerary, and advice and guidance made available by the Royal Caribbean staff. And then to the right of that is Shops on Centrum. So let's go in now and take a look at Shops on Centrum, see what's available from a retail perspective. Okay, so let's go in now and take a little look. Now you can see onto the left and to the right hand side here, you'll have lots of nice little display cabinets displaying a number of different watches and various items of jewellery and perhaps bags, etc. as you walk in. And this first area we'll come to is Solera. So in Solera you can pick up skincare and perfumes and some beachwear and various creams and items for the ladies, etc. They also have some scents that you can obviously recognise from high street brands, and generally a great little store for picking up some of those items that perhaps you might have come away with and run out, or perhaps want to pick up as presents, etc. So quite a number of very good, very compelling brands there. So that's Solera on deck 5 in the shopping area. And if we carry on, then of course a few more display cabinets displaying various items of scent, etc. And on this right hand side some Swarovski jewellery. And then let's go in now a little bit further into this first sort of little area, which is where we will find the shop. This is a retail shop made available for the brands. So typically you'll see lots of Royal Caribbean branded goods in these shops. And as you can see, there are Serenade of the Seas t-shirts, etc. And in the shop itself, if we just go towards the door a little bit, you'll find that you can get a variety of different items: apparel, bags, hats, cups, branded goods of varying types, some non-expensive jewellery, etc. So that's the shop, and has the hours of opening here that you can see now in the shop. And typically if you're a brand advocate and you want to get a few mementos of your cruise here on Serenade of the Seas, then this is where you can come and pick those up. Okay, and so this leads us very nicely on to the next area, which is the liquor store, if you will. And again, a store which houses bottles of alcohol and cigarettes, but also snacks and other little items that perhaps that you might have come away with that you have either run out of or have a sudden need for. So you can find yourself a few good deals in there in terms of liquor, in terms of cigarettes, cigars, and some candy and various treats of various kinds. So that's the port merchants here in the retail area on deck 5. And the next thing to see overall in the centre of this retail area is a a really sort of open area where various sales will occur during your cruise, and there will be a number of different evenings where, or at sea days, where a variety of different goods will be out on display. So if they're having a sale, or if there's a specific focus on watches or jewellery, then they'll utilise this area for displaying those items, and then of course you can purchase them. As you can see in the middle, there's the technology there to enable you to do that. So that's the central area here on deck 5 in the shopping area. To the left of that is Facets. Facets is the jewellery store here on board. Now lights are off in there at the moment, so not a lot of light to work with, but I'll do my best. But you'll find in there a whole host of different branded goods, lots of fine jewellery, watches of the brands that you would anticipate seeing in the high street. You'll also find them here, and here again there are a few examples of that in the display cases. And then to the right of that, again, it sort of like continues but morphs into another shop where you can get yourself handbags and little trinkets and non-expensive jewellery as well. And that's the Marco Polo shop here next door to the Facets jewellery store. Okay, so that's Shops on Centrum. That was the Facets area, the Solera, Marco Polo, the shop, and Port Merchants. We hope you've enjoyed that. And so moving on, I would say that the retail area on board this ship, because it's a small to mid-sized ship, is not massive. But nevertheless, there are specific areas that are set aside for certain types of goods that you might want to purchase. Again, more display cases here on the right and the left as we proceed a little bit more. A few Guess and G-Shock adverts, and then also there's a little area here set aside for Citizen. So obviously there's a whole bunch of very, very nice Citizen watches available for you to review here. And as we go further now, that's essentially is the shopping area. We can also now see the conferencing centre and also the art and photo gallery. Okay, so let's go in now and take a look at the art and photo gallery. So, gone are the days where you have hundreds and thousands of photos that have been taken of you, displayed up on boards. We've gone digital, very, very good idea, in as much as you only actually print off those photographs that you would actually like to purchase, rather than a whole bunch of stuff being wasted and going through to waste. So that's a great example of being more environmentally responsible. And you see that across the fleet now. The majority, if not all, of the ships in the fleet now have those capabilities. So what else can we see here in the art and photo gallery? Well, you can pick up memory sticks and single-use cameras and underwater cameras, GoPros, etc. And then a variety of other items, you know, perhaps display cases and various mementos of your cruise. You can also pick up these very, very nice three-dimensional glass blocks, which you can have your favourite photograph laser etched into the blocks themselves. So they're quite nice as perhaps a permanent reminder. And then lots of picture frames and also technology, you know, various items like batteries and memory sticks, etc. And perhaps maybe even a new camera if you'd like one. Okay, so that's the art and photo area here on deck 5. adjacent to the retail stores. So also you'll find here is the art area. Now this is run by the people at Park West. Now if you pick up art on a regular basis, either picture art or ceramic art, then this is the place for you, and you'll be able to see a variety of different pictures. And of course there will be art auctions that will be arranged whilst you're on board at various times. So things have progressed over recent years in terms of now there's a bit more focus on not just picture art but ceramic arts as well, and there's a variety of different examples of pieces that are there, and the people here will look after you if you want to come down and talk about a specific artist or a particular picture. They'll be able to help you out in that regard. So that's the art auction, Park West area on deck 5. Okay, so when we come out of the shops on Centrum on deck 5, back into the Centrum itself, you can see that there's a whole bunch of very comfortable seating all around. And also there is the coffee shop. So every morning members of staff will be in from, I think, from around 6 a.m. just to open up the coffee shop, and this is called Latitudes, and there will be a variety of different early morning snacks for you to take advantage of, and also get yourself your favourite coffee, either cold or a hot coffee. And there's a little seating area here for you to be able to sit down and enjoy that, perhaps when the sun comes up. And yes, it's crazy o'clock here. It's about 5:30 in the morning. So this is probably the best time to actually do the filming for this particular video. Okay, so that's Latitudes on deck 5. And then also to the left of that, we can see the next cruise area. Now the next cruise area is that area where you might like to come along, make an appointment. If you're enjoying the cruise that you're currently on, then there's an opportunity for you to make inquiries and perhaps nab yourself a bargain in terms of a future cruise, either by entirely booking something or just laying a deposit with the intention to book a cruise in the future. So you can come down here. If there is a particular cruise you're interested in, then the team here will look after you. Certain hours of operation, of course, and we can take a look at that now. And sometimes a good opportunity for you to be able to make a commitment or at least a deposit for another cruise in the future with Royal. So that's the next cruise area here on deck 5. And always useful pieces of information available to you that you can take away, giving an idea of specific geographic locations and a variety of different itineraries for different ships in the fleet. Okay, so that's deck 5 then, around the Centrum. We've shared you with the shops on 5. We've shared the shopping excursion advice area. We've shown you Latitudes, the art and photo gallery, and also the next cruise area here on deck 5. Okay, so here we are now on deck 6. Just come out of the lifts, and first of all we can see Reflections dining room. So that's the dining room. It's not actually open at the moment and accessible, so we will share that with you in a little while. But of course all of the areas are also available via the stairs as well. So let's take a look now to see what else we can see here on deck 5. And there are 2 entry points for Reflections, one on the left, one on the right, one on deck 4 and one on deck 5. Okay, so here we are now on deck 6, and the first thing we'll come to here is a nice little wine bar. where you can come and relax pre-dinner or post-dinner to get yourself a nice drink. This is also vintages, so an opportunity for you to perhaps grab yourself a specific glass of wine that may not necessarily be available in some of the other bars. Some really lovely seating here, nice comfortable padded seating, and that leads nicely on to the schooner bar, where there are a variety of other facilities that we can cover off now. So let's go in and take a look at the schooner bar. Okay, so here is the schooner bar. Now this houses a number of different areas. So first of all, there is the Safari Club, which is a general entertainment space at the rear of the ship itself, and also Giovanni's table, and also Chop's Grill, and also Chef's Table. And there's a really nice map here as well, giving an indication of our itinerary. So you can come up here and take a little look at where we're going to be on this particular sailing. And another stunning piece is a model replica of the beautiful Serenade of the Seas, and that's the ship that we're on right now, of course. And some fantastic detailing here, all in a glass case, and it really gives you a great overview of the shape and design of the ship and the key areas of it in this class of ship. So isn't that lovely? So that's the scale model of Serenade of the Seas here in the entrance to the schooner bar. Okay, so let's go in there into the schooner bar then and take a look to see what's available here. Now, of course, this is a cruise ship, and the schooner bar, by its very description, gives inference in terms of a nautical theme, and yes, there is very much a nautical theme here in the schooner bar itself, with tasteful decoration and various nautical based items in the arrivals area itself. And if we go a little bit further, you can see that there is a imitation helm with the ship's wheel and compass, etc. And then as we walk into the schooner bar itself, you'll see lots of sumptuous, comfortable seating, more examples of maritime art, obviously conveniences here as well, and an overall ambience and a really nice layout, nice, comfortable, tasteful colour schemes, and a central bar, and either side of that bar is Chop's Grill and Giovanni's Table. So we'll share Chop's Grill with you in a little while when access is available. But first of all, let's take a little look at the central bar in the schooner. So an area where you can get some draft beers, and this will be set up in the evening for you to come and get a nice drink. And then of course there's waiter service, and again continuation of this lovely seating, and the sun's coming up now, so that's a good thing in terms of lighting. Also there is a grand piano here, and each night there will be some piano entertainment here where you can sit around the piano, ask for specific requests. And then adjacent to that is Giovanni's Table. Now we'll film that a little bit later on, but I will insert it into the video at some point of the ship tour itself, probably the restaurants tour. But what you can also see outside Giovanni's is the lunch or dinner menu for Giovanni's, and there'll be a similar arrangement for Chop's Grill, which is on the other side of the bar. So that is the schooner bar, and a quick glimpse of Giovanni's Table and Chop's Grill. So carrying on now, again a few more examples of some maritime art, and a galleon there broken down to give an indication of what's inside. That's really impressive. And That brings us on nicely to the Safari Club. As I mentioned, the Safari Club is a general open space for entertainment. Let's go in now and take a look at Safari. Okay, so as you go into the Safari Club, of course, it has a very much African type feel with rich browns and lovely decorations, and a couple of things to point out here. First of all, on this right hand side there is again a nice little information area, and from time to time there will be members of staff that will be here to be able to provide advice regarding loyalty and the loyalty program. So your loyalty ambassadors will be found here at varying times during your cruise. And then if we go over onto this left hand side, you can see a couple of large size pool tables, and those pool tables are unique in such that they automatically adjust according to the sea conditions outside. So what you'll find is these are gyro tables, and again they will automatically adjust because you can hardly play pool if the ship is moving from one side to the other. The pool balls are going to be rolling all over the table. So the gyro is set up in order to be able to automatically adjust according to the sea conditions. And if we watch very, very carefully, you might see the table adjust according to sea conditions outside. Okay, so they're the gyro table pool tables here in the Safari Club on deck 6. Okay, so let's move on now into the Safari Club itself. As I mentioned, a nice open entertainment space. There is a bar here on the left hand side where you can get your favourite tipple, cocktails and such like, and also a venue where they do the art auctions. So if there's an art auction going on during your cruise, you might find it here in the Safari Club. Now, also there's a great opportunity for you to do a jigsaw puzzle if you'd like, and here is what looks like a very complex jigsaw puzzle taking shape. And then if we take a scan around, we can take a look at the Safari Club entertainment space itself. Again, nice comfortable seating all the way around in little arcs and individual seats. And then of course a dance floor and the entertainment stage area itself. And then across the back, on the front of the ship on the rear of the ship is again another bar area and an area where you can just sit and get some peace, perhaps read a book, etc. So that's the Safari Club here in the end of the schooner bar on deck 6. And also in the bar here is some nice tables where you can play chess or drafts or backgammon, etc. in tables specifically built in and designed for that purpose. Isn't that nice? And then of course, always handy, a nice bar immediately adjacent to it. Okay, so that's the schooner bar here on deck 6. That's the Safari Club, Chops Grill, Giovanni's table, the central schooner bar area, and also the entrance area to the schooner bar itself. And here on deck 6, of course, you can see another overview of the Centrum from deck 6 looking down onto deck 4. You can see deck 5 also that we've covered, and of course what we've just shared with you, which is Vintages and the vodka bar, ice bar. Okay, so also on deck 6 here is Casino Royale, and it's adjacent to the Centrum itself. So let's go through now very, very quickly and just give you a quick overview of the casino. The cruise lines do tend to get a little bit touchy with filming in the casino, especially when it's open, but hopefully we'll be able to just go through and just give you a quick scan of the various slot machines. And there's a central bar where you can grab yourself a drink, and there is waiter service, of course. And then just over on the lower section here is a variety of different tables, crap tables, card tables, poker, 3-card brag, etc. And of course a craps table. And then further down on both sides you can also see various slot machines available for you as well. It's the casino here on deck 6, Casino Royale. And there's also a very convenient cash machine there if you'd need to utilize that. And you may be asking yourself about, well, all these machines are on, why are they all on? Well, the straight answer is it costs more money to turn them all off and reboot them every day than it would do to leave them on. So they all go into sleep mode, and in that way we minimize our environmental footprint. Okay, so the next areas we'll come to are the cinema, the Crown and Castle pub, and the Tropical Theatre. So let's go in now and take a look at those 3 areas. Adjacent to the theatre is the cinema. Cinema where you can go in and you can get that cinema experience in terms of a large screen. And let's go in now and just take a quick look at the cinema. It is rather small, but nevertheless perfectly formed. So large screen and a variety of different comfortable seats for you to be able to watch your favourite flick. So that's the cinema on deck 6. Okay, so if we come out of the cinema then, here it's still on deck 6. Here is the bar, the Crown and Castle bar, and it's a typical English themed bar, obviously with its own bar set up in the evenings and when it's open, for you to come down and sample your favourite tipple, perhaps a few draft beers, a few international beers, and also they have TVs attached around the outside of the bar for you to watch your favourite sport. So that's the Crown and Castle bar here on deck 6. Okay, so again you'll see here on deck 5 the entrance to the Tropical Theatre, and also access to the outside space, which we'll share with you in a moment. But let's go in and take another look at the Tropical Theatre. Okay, so here we are now on deck 5 in the Tropical Theatre, and you'll see that from an accessibility point of view there is plenty of space, plenty of room, and then of course you can get down into the entertainment area. A lot more seating down here relative to seeing your particular event or entertainment, and control office in the back of course, and nice comfortable colourful seating all around. And you can also gain access to deck 6 from deck 5 here in the theatre itself. Okay, so the sun's come up now, and it's just before 6 AM, and we can see the outside deck here on deck 5, the boardwalk if you like, and the beautiful sunrise this morning, so we hope you enjoy that. And a nice relaxed airy area where you can come out and relax and even get a few steps in, play a bit of shuffleboard, etc. So that's the outside area on deck 5. And here on deck 6 of course you can see another overview of the Centrum from deck 6 looking down onto deck 4. You can see deck 5 also that we've covered, and of course what we've just shared with you. So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.